in this world, a lot of people ask me, hey, how do I stay happy when all this horrible crap's going on, and I just feel like I shouldn't be happy. I just like, if I try to be happy, I'm just like, I'm kind of like deceiving myself. I'm deceiving myself, and that the happiness isn't real happiness, because really I'm not feeling happy. And so if I try to pretend I'm happy, then it's just sort of just another lie, and then I'm just feeling bad because I'm lying to myself, and then I'm trying to be happy, and it's just kind of a silly, it's not really a happiness, it's sort of a fake happiness. It's a facade of happiness. Well, let's evaluate the situation. So, you find yourself like you're just full of anger and anxiety and hostility, and just the people getting on your nerves, and you start thinking you want to murder people and stuff, and I just say you don't want to murder people, because that's there's a lot of negative consequences to the murdering of people. So you might want to rethink. Don't do that. So you're wondering, so all this crap stuff's going on, and you're telling me I should be happy, and the happiness isn't changing any of the crappy stuff, and so I'm feeling it's just making me feel more crappy. Well, let's evaluate the situation. Most of the crap is going on, most of which you have no control over. It's like stuff you just can't do. There's stuff you want to do, but you can't do the stuff because you're not in a position to do the stuff, and that stuff, so it's causing you a lot of hate and discontent in your life, and you're like, I don't like this at all. I'm mad and I'm sad and I'm just discouraged. Well, all that stuff's going to happen regardless of how you feel about it. So if you're feeling, this is terrible, this is horrible and crappy, well, your feelings are feeling terrible and horrible and crappy, even though you think that by feeling terrible and horrible and crappy that somehow you're going to magically make the thing stop being stop it from being magically horrible and crappy. Well, then you're just illusioning yourself with that too, because that's also a lie. Because being miserable about the stuff that's miserable, you're still not going to change anything. Then your mind's back there going, hey, we're doing everything we can. We're feeling miserable about the miserable situation, but the miserable situation isn't going anywhere. And then you feel even more miserable. But if we evaluate the situation and look at it from a different perspective, and we say, well, if I'm miserable in these miserable conditions, it's not going to change anything. In fact, it'll probably just make me even more miserable with misery. But if we look at the other hand and we say, hey, what if I just go ahead and say, well, what can I learn to benefit from this situation? And what can I value, and what can I do to improve as a human being? What important lessons can I learn? And you learn, like, patience, and being cool in underdress, and that stuff. And so you just decide, well, I'll just be happy and relaxed, because the bad stuff and horrible stuff's gonna happen regardless if I feel bad about it or not. So I might as well just say, hey, I'm just gonna roll with this. I'm just gonna say, hey, look, this is a little adventure we're going through. This is gonna be a great story. I'm gonna write some stuff down, turn it into something else, and then you just decide, well, I'm just gonna, as I like to say, I'm just gonna be happy anyway. It's all miserable. I'm not going to stop it from being miserable, but I'm not going to let the miserable make me miserable. I'm just going to be happy. So but you gotta just decide, because like everything that's going on it's all inside your head. It's all just happening in your head. So you just change what's going on in your head, and then your head starts going, oh, well, that's not so bad. I figure, maybe I'll start a company making socks. Because, people go through socks a lot. I go through a lot of socks. And because you lose like one, and you can't find the other socks, so you gotta start a company making socks or custom jewelry. Custom jewelry is pretty cool stuff, or you can make stuff out of wood, and go out and grab a knife and start whittling stuff. There's lots of stuff you can do. Just like I said before, well, you're always sitting around feeling miserable. Might as well do something that makes you happy. And draw a picture, do something. And don't worry if you suck at it, because you're gonna suck at it. Just enjoy the suck. Have the fun with the suck, and just have like I said, and I'll say it again. Just be happy anyway. Love y'all, and have a good day, you guys. It's pretty cool. You guys are all awesome, wonderful, upstanding human beings. Okay. I think the battery's dead. Okay, sorry about that. Hello, good evening, everybody. This is I'm Rodney, and this is my lovely bride,
Theressa.
And we haven't done one of these together for a while, so we thought, why not? Let's do it. Let's tell the people what's going on. Let me introduce my lovely woman.
Well, I'm
to the people.
I'm home, so there's that.
This is a nice occurrence where we're both at the same place at the same time, and it happens to be home. So this is a big occasion. So we thought we'd share it with all of you.
Yeah.
So here we are.
We'd like to try and do this. We're actually going to be on the road for the next
pretty much 2 months.
2 months, yeah.
We're out there. So like I'm going this week to Colorado and possibly California for the weekend. I have waiting to hear back.
Yeah.
But at least Colorado. Then back here, got a show out on the Cape next week.
Right.
And then the week after that, we are headed to Iowa for a show on April 8th.
April 8th, yeah.
In Keokuk.
Mm-hmm.
And then the week after that, we're in Vegas at the Wise Guys in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Then the week after that, we're in Oregon at World Pies on the 21st. It's
21st,
a Friday
yes,
night.
It's a Friday night.
Tickets are going really fast for that. So.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the VIP tickets are about half of them are sold out. So, and we haven't really even started to push it. So, if you want VIP tickets, which the VIP tickets are, you get a table, as opposed to just a chair. So, if you want the VIP tickets, and they're towards the front too. So that's important too.
You're closer to the action.
Yes,
my friends.
And so if you want a VIP ticket, those are going very quickly. But there's still plenty of seats available in the regular group. So that's on the 21st.
And then the week after that, we are in Rexburg, Idaho on the Thursday night. And then the next 2 nights, Friday and Saturday, the 28th and 29th of April.
Yes.
We're in Ogden, Utah, at the Wise Guys in Ogden.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are coming back here.
As far as Chicago.
To Chicago. We're going back to Chicago for a private event.
Yes.
And then we're in the 20th. We're in Carson City, Nevada.
Yep. So we haven't got anything the week of the 13th.
So we're looking for something to do on the 13th.
Somewhere between Chicago and Carson City,
Nevada. So if you got options, let me know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a hold of Brian Barganier. He's in Nebraska.
Yeah, that would be good.
Maybe we could set something up that week. So
yeah.
So that's what we got going on, and then
the 26th. We're back in out on the Cape on at the end of May. So, oh, your connection died.
The connection died right there. Okay, so we're trying it again. There we are. Hello, Instagram people.
Sorry about that.
So that's what's going on. So we're venturing. We're going to be all over the place. And
but I wanted to talk a little bit about our Nomads page, which is a page that I run that is specifically dedicated to our travels. We get out and we're on the road. We're doing things at places, and if you follow the Nomads page, I try to keep it updated every day to make sure that, and that's on Facebook. Sorry, Instagram and TikTok, I don't have those going with the same thing, but the Nomads page. Basically, like I said, I do try and keep it updated every day. I try to get people a heads up where we're going to be, when we're the different places that we're going. And so oftentimes we are able to actually stop and meet with fans. So that's kind of one of the fun things we do. We've had, people take us out for a burger. We've had people who we stopped and got pictures with them, and that was it. And just a couple of other things. And that's from the Nomads page that I run. And so it's kind of our cat. She's
on one.
She's yes, she is.
She's been interrupting me all day long. It's been kind of fun.
But so it's just a fun way for everybody to get involved with what we have going on. So you know where we're at, because although we've got the shows going on, obviously sometimes in the middle we'll be, somewhere in the middle. And we're always happy to meet up with fans and talk to them, and just we'll throw out things like, hey, we're going to be having lunch here today if you'd like to stop by, or
so in our ventures, if you pay attention to the Nomads page, you'll see where we're at. We keep it up to date there. Not just where we're having shows, but where we're physically at. And if you want to meet up with us, that's where you can find out where we're at and arrange to meet us somewhere. If we're driving through and you want to have lunch with us, we'll do it. So, and people are asking about Texas. We are coming to Texas.
Yes.
In June 10th and 11th. We're going to be in the Fort Worth Hyenas and the Dallas Hyenas.
Yes.
And other possible locations that we're currently working on around that time. So
we're always looking to add new stuff. And I know Rodney was talking about this morning. But one of the things that, we get all the time is, people will say, hey, you should come here, you should do that, and that's great. We would absolutely love to, come to Ohio, or come to, Florida, or, wherever it is that you're at. We actually want to be there. We actually want to come. But it's not as simple as just saying, hey, hilarities in Cleveland, right?
Right.
So it's not as simple as us calling them up and saying, hey, Rodney wants to perform there. Book us for next Saturday.
Yeah, most comedy clubs are booked for months out, some even years. I mean, full
well, they have their people that they go with. They have their, and every once in a while a new person gets in, or they'll do whatever. But it's not as easy as us just saying, hey, we want to be there, we got fans. Because yes, we will be going. Eads Instruments, yes, we are going to Nauvoo.
Yeah, we will visit Nauvoo on this trip.
Absolutely. But it's not as simple as us, or people will say, they'll say, hey, we're looking for a place to do a show, and then they send us a Google list of different places that they found. And I've known how to Google for a while. How about you?
Yep. Yeah. Hey, we used to do a MapQuest.
Yeah, we're pretty good at figuring out where they're doing stuff. That's not what we're looking for.
What we're looking for is if you have a personal connection with a location that can host a show.
Yeah.
Whether it's a restaurant or a bar or a theater or an event center or a conference center at a hotel.
if you
Right.
have a personal connection with a place,
For
that's what we're
example,
looking
just
for.
to kind of give you an idea, we were doing a show in Nashville, and Roger was part of the Dry Bar tour, and so he was there doing the show in Nashville, and we had a fan reach out to us, and he said, "Look, I live in the northwestern part of Georgia, and I would love to come, but it's 3.5 hours away." And he says, I can't make 3.5 hours. I just can't do it." And we said, "Well, we've got Sunday night free. Would you? Do you think you could find a place for us to come there?" And he said, "Well, let me get back to you." So he went and talked to a friend of his who owned a pizza place, Mystic Mountain Pizza, and they're in. It's not in LJ. It's in. Anyway, it's in the northeastern part of Georgia, and they said, "Yeah, we'd love to have Rodney. We know who he is. We'd be really excited to see him." And so, what we did is we put together a show, and we sold tickets through our website. And I, was able to contact a couple of people that I knew in the area and say, "Hey, we're coming out." And so we had about 50, 60 people show up on that Sunday night. And it was great. It was a lot of fun. And it was just that simple that he said, "Hey, I know a place where we can do this." We set up the sound system. We set up the tickets. We did everything else that was needed for the show. All we needed was a location, and he provided that location, so we were able to go out and do the show there. So that was really cool. It was a lot of fun. And I know people are asking what Rodney's rate is. I said we are, especially when we're on the road, especially when we're coming through an area, we are more than happy to throw something together as a door deal, where we split the tickets, or we work something out. I mean, he does have a regular flat rate, but we're also willing to work with people to do what we can do, because there are things that, like, Rodney likes to do stuff for the veterans. We did a show in Minnesota, Stewartsville, Minnesota. Guy had a in with the American Legion. His father-in-law, or quasi-father-in-law, because it was his girlfriend's dad,
girlfriend,
was the commander of the American Legion there. And so he said, "Hey, we can get Rodney to come out." And they said, "Hey, room's open that night. Let's go ahead and do it." So we threw it together. We did it as a fundraiser for the American Legion. They were able to make some money to repave their parking lot. And so that was something that we did that was just a lot of fun. And it was a great show. We had about 100 people show up, and we only had about 2 weeks to promote the thing, but it worked out really, really good.
Yeah, we had people from miles and miles away came out for the show. It was really awesome.
It was really awesome. And so we are set up to do that. We're set up to do, we have our own sound system. We have our own ticketing system. We have everything we need to do a show except the place. So,
right. So if you have a place that you have a connection with, and you're interested in putting a show together, and you look and you see our schedule and see that that's something that makes sense to where you're located, then we're going to do it. And we also have we had been planning on doing a show and doing a trip to Alaska, but that has fallen through due to various circumstances. So the Alaska thing is not going to happen. So now we have the last week of July and almost all of August, first couple of weeks of August,
right,
completely open and available for shows.
We've got the Hoxeyville Festival in Michigan going on.
Michigan, but
music festival. So I saw somebody actually already mentioned that in the feed.
Yeah, so we'll be there.
So yes, planning on that.
Absolutely. But the 2 weeks before that, in fact, the 4 weeks before that, we have a show in Utah, St. George, Utah, on July 17th, I believe it is.
Rebecca. Rebecca is somebody that we actually met, had lunch with one day. Up in Idaho, and it was a lot of fun. Got to talk to her and her husband. So that was somebody that we just stopped along the way. They invited us over. We said, sure, no problem.
It was delightful.
It was delightful.
But so if you're looking, also currently September and October wide open for dates.
Yes.
So if you're looking, if you want to bring us in, we can do it.
Yeah, so. And if you want to contact me, you can send me a message through Rodney's website, rodneynorman.com. I read all the messages, and anything that's important, I read to him. So, yeah, I do all the merchandise too. Yeah, if you have a shirt or anything like that, I made it. So if it's screwed up, you can blame me, because I sometimes am not as good as I probably should be to do stuff. So anyway, but we're more than happy to come out. And so we love to do, like I said, little shows, big shows, whatever. Trust me, Rodney is not, he's not proud enough to turn anything down. He will.
I just want to be in front of people.
He does,
and get all the attention.
Yeah,
that's all I'm about, is just getting in front of people and getting attention. So
absolutely. Yes.
Would I do stand up for opening for a rock band? Yes, I would. Even though traditionally those are horrible.
They are.
But I'll still do it because I don't care. I would love to.
Yes.
The weirder, the better. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd open for a rock band. Absolutely.
I said, I mean, the private event that we're doing in May is somebody's birthday party. They invited us to come. They're having one of those milestone celebration birthdays, and asked Rodney if he wanted to be there. And we said we would absolutely love to be there. And I
have to address something very quickly. No, I'm not a Leo. I'm a Gemini.
We're both Geminis.
So.
Hey, thank you, Rebecca. She says she'll feed us again next time. Well, we're coming. Awesome. We're coming to Rexburg. So we will be in Idaho. So yes, we should probably meet up with you again, because we absolutely enjoy
and there will be,
lunch with you and your husband.
There will soon be a new Wise Guys in Boise, Idaho.
Mm-hmm. And a second one in Vegas.
The second one in Vegas. The Vegas one is for sure. It's. I think we have an opening date for it coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when I'll be there, but I'm going to be at the other Wise Guys. They're keeping the other one open as well. So there's.
Okay, so Kathleen asks, "What is the minimum amount of guests that we need?" I said we've done show. We typically get at least 50, depending upon
probably 50 to 75 is the smallest we'd go.
Yeah.
We'd like to do. The ideal place is something that can seat up to about 150 to 200.
Yeah.
That's the ideal place.
That's the ideal place. But yeah,
we'll do smaller ones.
But I said, I mean, I have been so close so many times to just getting on the phone and booking a bunch of Holiday Inns, conference rooms, and just saying, hey, we're going to do a show, and just whatever, and see what comes. I mean, especially Ohio, we would love to. I mean, we've tried. We've had a couple of fall throughs in Ohio.
Yeah.
We want to put something together in Ohio. Colorado, the same thing. We really, really want to come to Colorado. I mean, we'd love to go to Grand Junction, Colorado Springs, different places. We would absolutely love to be there. All parts of Texas. We're working on a deal in San Diego, California. We actually had a date, but it turned out to be a conflict, so we needed to step back and reevaluate. But
still haven't gotten
solidified on the new date. But that's something that we're working on. We've got the show in Oregon. I've seen a couple of people asking about the Pacific Northwest. Absolutely want to come there.
So we have the date, the 21st in Eugene, and we'd like to add something on the 22nd, the Saturday. So if you know anything, I talked to a guy who had a place in Seattle and never got back to me. But
oh yeah,
remember that?
Yeah, I should reach out to him and see if we can add, because that would be good. Because he had a small, like
Little
50.
place.
Yeah, it was little. It was like 50 people.
But
In north of Seattle, and that would be perfect to add with.
And people have asked, do I have any of my stand up online? Yes. On TikTok, I just posted my full dry bar special, the latest one. But you can find all my stand up on my YouTube channel. Just go Rodney Norman comedian stand up on the YouTube search engine, and boom, you will find it. And I have several. I have one live at Hartford from a few months ago, and then of course my latest dry bar special is up there too. So,
Alyssa, she really wants us to come to Grand Junction. We would love to come to Grand Junction. So far, we've only broken down in Grand Junction. We want to do a show there. We've got family in Moab, Utah, right across the border. So I mean, we would love to do something in those areas. We'd have the upcoming show in St. George, which is a little, it's on the other side of Utah, so it's a little far from Grand Junction. But we do have an upcoming show in St. George. So yeah, Eugene is the 21st of April at World Pies. And yes, we do have decals for vehicle windows.
Yeah, we got decals, t-shirts, hats. We're working on some new stickers, sticker options. We're always looking for new shirt ideas, and we're putting them out there. But like I said, like she was saying, she does all of the merchandise. She makes all of the shirts. So everything. Here's one that we have. One of the options. It's been okay. It hasn't sold a whole lot, but
right.
That's one of them.
Yeah, the one that's just plain text has got a whole bunch more. This one was really popular when we first brought it out. And it's a fun one. My son was just playing around one day and decided to come up with that picture. And it's one of my favorites. And it was really popular when it first came out. And it's slowed down a little bit now, but it's still a good one.
And then one,
so we
hey, look, it's me.
So yeah, that's but I actually take special requests. I had somebody request the other day that I do a long sleeve tie dye, and I haven't done any tie dyes, mostly because I don't have a lot of free time, and I've not done tie dyes before, so it's a new experience for me. But I'm going to attempt to do a tie dye. We'll see how it turns out. And I mean, the beautiful thing about tie dye is it's hard to screw up. I mean,
yeah, because even when you screw it up, it still looks great.
It may not be exactly what I'm going for, but I don't know what I'm going for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's anyway.
Yes, we would love to come to Virginia, and we will be coming back to Florida. We had a really successful run with the Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples. And there's been a couple other places that reached out to us, and we're going to try to put something in Florida again, probably in October.
Yeah.
Probably going to do a run in Florida for October, and that would possibly include dates in Georgia as well. So.
Yes. I mean, we want to get out there and go everywhere and see everybody, because that is the fun part of, that's the fun part of doing this, is just getting to meet everybody and see everybody.
4X tall shirt.
Yeah, we have 4XLT.
Yes, we can do 4X tall. Really big.
I haven't gotten the 5XLT, but I do have 4XLTs.
We do have 4X
in stock.
LTs in stock.
which is I probably only have it in black, but I do have some 4XLTs.
Northern California, there is my understanding, it's like a hippie commune near the Bohemian Grove, if you know where that is. They have reached out to me about possibly doing a show, maybe in May, but we don't have an exact date yet. We haven't solidified anything. But yes, Northern California, I might be coming there very soon, but don't have any solid dates or anything yet. But we're working on it. We are working on
Michael says coming to Hawaii. We'd love to come back to Hawaii. He's not performed in Hawaii, but we've spent time there.
Hawaii is the only state in the union I have not done a show in yet. I have, in some form or fashion, performed nearly every single state in the United States. Except for Hawaii.
But you spent a lot of time in Hawaii.
I spent a lot of time in Hawaii. Got close to being on a show in Hawaii, but alas, never did a show in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But would love to come out there and do it because I love Hawaii.
Yeah, Southern Idaho. We're going to be in Rexburg, Idaho. Mostly somebody asked. Oh, Jesse asked if we fly. We mostly drive. Occasionally we fly, but it's we have so much stuff that we're taking with us, and we're on the road for such an extended period of time. It just
May 19th. That would be tough because we have Carson City on May 20th, so doing the 19th would be really tough there. So.
Yeah.
I just asked about Grand Rapids, Michigan. So that would be a tough one to pull off.
That would be.
The week before, yes. A couple days before, yes. But not the 21st. It's too close to the 20th to be able to.
I mean, we're going to be
make that work
in the area on the 6th. So that would be, closer to the 6th. Absolutely.
Have I thought about going to a big city and do a show on a street corner? No. And the conversation just ended on that idea. No, I'm not.
Once upon a time, he did shoot his own pilot for his own idea for a show, which was he and a couple other comics they went to a small town that was local, and they went out and interviewed people throughout the week and talked to them, and they found a place to do a show, and they put it on at the end of the week, and it was
we raised money for the Lions Club.
Yes, and because they went into the town, they found who they needed to raise money for, made the connections, talked to people, and they filmed the whole thing, and it went okay, but it wasn't
what we were hoping for.
No,
we didn't get the footage that we wanted, but
so.
One of the things that I did, though, is I stood on a street corner and held a sign that said, "We'll tell jokes for food," and then had a thing advertising the show.
Maureen says Boston. Yes, we do Boston.
I'm in Boston pretty regularly. I do the City Winery about every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, and just over the border, New Hampshire, at McHugh's Comedy Club. And then we've got the show coming up out on the Cape, which is
couple of them,
in the end of March. So it's Indiana. We had a fan in Indiana, and she was great. She decided that she wanted to set something up. It kind of was in conjunction with her husband's birthday, and she found a place for us to do it. It was just a banquet room at a restaurant. And we went and we did a show. It was great. We sold tickets. It was awesome. And that was in Warsaw, Indiana. And we would love to get back. We'd love to get back to Indianapolis or did somebody just ask for Carson City? We're coming to Carson City.
Yes, Carson City, 20th, May 20th, Carson City. There's a new club inside one of the new casinos there. And
I don't have the details yet on Carson City, but May 20th. I will get those
May
posted
20th,
as soon as
yes.
I can.
What has been your favorite venue to perform at? I would say the Wise Guys Club's probably my favorite. I enjoy McHugh's Comedy Club up in New Hampshire. Mm-hmm. It's really a fun little room. I enjoy.
What was fun about Wise Guys last time we performed, he was doing the the mid-size club, which is and he sold out both nights.
So that was really fun.
So that was a lot of fun because it's great when you've got this nice big crowd. They're all there to see you, and it was because the other thing about a regular comedy club, which is good, but it's also a little different, is the fact that a lot of times people who go to a comedy club, they go there regardless of who's performing. So they don't necessarily know ahead of time who the comedian is. I mean, sometimes they do, sometimes they follow them, sometimes they just want to go out and see comedy. And so there's a certain amount of that, but going to a place where everybody is there to see you and knows who you are it's
a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun.
Kind of gives him a swelled head, but he enjoys it. So anyway, yeah, we want to come to Canada. We have not got our passports yet, and we do need to get them. We've been talking about getting them. I've been too busy. He gets distracted easily.
Yeah.
He likes to say he's an artist, and everything is a process. So
yes. I love Louisiana. I enjoy visiting Louisiana very much.
Yes.
I'd love to do a show there.
Arkansas, we'd love to come to Arkansas. But yeah, I mean, they said there's not a place that we wouldn't go. It's never worked.
It's just finding a place that works. Makes sense. We're not.
Like I said, I mean, I reached out to the comedy club in Alabama because I had a lot of people asking about Alabama. I reached out to the club there, and crickets, nothing, nobody. I mean, I reached out. We've done a show at the Looney Bin in Tulsa, and I reached out to the Looney Bin to see about filling in some of the time that we're going to be out west. And again, crickets. Just I don't know what I'm doing wrong or what, but again, the one thing that you can do to get Rodney into the clubs is the club owners, the people who book it, they need to know that there's a demand for him. So one thing about the Looney Bin in Tulsa was the manager is a fan, and she reached out to us and said that she was going to be, she was interested in possibly doing something, and it was kind of an extra thing that she was able to, it wasn't a regular show, it was on a Sunday night. And so we said, well, we're in the area. We were happy to be traveling from Missouri down to Texas, and so we stopped in just on a Friday night, just because we were there, and we let a couple of people, and we again posted on the Normans page that we were going to be at the Looney Bin, that we were just stopping in, and there was a bunch of people that called the Looney Bin that night, and we're like, hey, is Rodney going to be there? And she's like, what? I don't know anything about this. And we're like, oh, we're just stopping in. And so she immediately saw that response, and she's like, yes, I absolutely, definitely want to get you booked for a week, for a night. So we did. We put together a Sunday night show. It was great. We had people come from Arkansas. We had people come from all around Oklahoma. We had, it was awesome. And I said, we can do some of that, but again, I have to be able to work with the people who are booking the club, and they have to know that that there are people that will show up, because they have a commitment that if they're going to be open, they have to pay for the staff to be there. They have to so they have to have some expectation of making some money. And some of the clubs that we work with, like Hyenas, they know that people are going to show up to see Rodney, so it works out really great. So it's it's, if you let your local club know that that you are interested in seeing Rodney, then there are chances of me calling and saying, hey, Rodney's available. There's a more chance that they'll go, oh yeah, I've heard of this guy. I guess we'll actually book him. Sunflower, yes, we're coming to Utah. We're coming to Ogden at the end of April. So that's good. And Jesse, No, we don't find fry sauce outside of Utah, Idaho, even though it is now available at your local store. They call it mayo chup. But no, we just ask for a side of mayo and make our own when we go to someplace. Yes, a talent scout would be nice. We actually did get contacted by a agency recently. They didn't want to put him on the roster, but they had basically somebody request Rodney, and were looking to, possibly see what it would take. And we did some initial conversation with them, but it just didn't go anywhere. But I would love for him to be represented, to have an agent. So
Yep.
um,
Thank you, Clifford in California.
so long time listener, first time caller.
Yep.
Stockton, California. We would love to. Like I said, it's not that we don't want to come.
Considered one of the most dangerous cities in the world, in the country.
Oh, really?
Yep. That's why we want to come there.
That's absolutely. They need peace, love, and
because we last time we visited California, somebody stole stuff off the top of our car.
Yeah,
if you remember that.
Yeah, that was fun.
California in itself is becoming lawless. The entire state. It's kind of weird. But
but that's kind of what we wanted to talk about, and we want to do this kind of on a weekly basis with the pair of us. Do an evening thing where we talk about what's happened in the last week and what's coming up, and to actually talk about what's happened in the last week. We were on the road.
Went and visited my brother in North Carolina.
Yeah, we love North Carolina. We actually, our first married home was in North Carolina.
Yeah, we were in a little town called Hubert, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. It was our first home together.
Absolutely.
And our first son was born, and our daughter was born in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
No, we love North Carolina. Very, very fond place in our hearts. And,
so Clifford in California says we can stay at this house. We have actually done that. People have invited us over to their home, and we've gone on more than one occasion.
Yeah.
And
we enjoy it.
We really do. It's a lot of fun, and we've stayed at people's houses. We stayed at somebody's studio. Angela's studio.
It was basically a converted horse barn, and we slept on the floor.
Well, it wasn't the barn,
and we loved it.
It was more like the tack room. But anyway, it was a studio. She had a studio there, and it was great because we were in a kind of stranded situation. We'd had a problem with the car, and it would be fixed till the next day. And she graciously offered to put us up for the night. And she didn't have room in the house, but she had room, and we. And so I look upon that with great fondness. Absolutely, had a great time. So,
yeah, we did.
But we love meeting people, and I mean that's the other thing is this happened in Virginia. As we were coming through Virginia, we stopped and had some breakfast at a place in Marion, Virginia, and I had a fan come up and he says, I don't mean to bother you during breakfast, but what's your name? And I just started laughing. But it's really funny because this happens, because a lot of times people just look at him and they'll go, I know him. And some people they'll be like, oh, I know who it is, but I don't want to bother him. You're not bothering him. If you see him out and about and you say something, he really likes it. So, and I really like it too. So I get to meet people. I get to talk to people. It's a lot of fun, and it makes him happy for the rest of the day. Recognized. So, if you see him, absolutely come in and say hi. Come say hi. Come, whatever. We are more than happy to chat with you and get pictures. Absolutely get pictures. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So what are you doing?
Oh, just looking at different So we're on live at several different locations. So I've been trying to follow the comments and respond.
Yeah, I can
to
see the
stuff.
comments. I can see the comments on I think Facebook and YouTube, but that's it's hard for me to see the comments on Instagram and TikTok. But
yeah, they're all right.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're doing well. We're having fun. We're looking
Mm-hmm.
at more shows. Again, you can find all this stuff on our. If you have not done so yet, join our Normads page, and also go to our website and join the email list. And from there, we've been offering special offers and deals, and keeping everybody up to date on show dates.
Yeah,
it's usually where we post it first. Usually,
yeah.
But so yeah, get on our email list. Follow us there.
Oh,
and,
cool. Mandy's. I remember
and,
Mandy. She was taking her son to California, and we had breakfast with her at the D's in Salt Lake.
Oh yes.
Yeah, she said she's 30 minutes from Camp Creek.
Oh really? That's where she's at now.
Yeah. So
cool.
That's where she lives.
Oh, okay.
Remember, she invited us over. We'll have to. I'm gonna have to talk to her and see about going over and saying hi. Absolutely.
So anyway, so that's what we got going on. If you got any more questions, we'll take some questions.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Come to Phoenix. Eventually we'll come to Phoenix. Nothing set yet. How far west are you guys thinking of coming? We're going all the way to California.
Yeah.
Eugene, Oregon, and California, Northern California. So we were looking to do San Diego, but the date fell through. So we're hoping to reschedule that
Cedar
soon.
Grove, North Carolina. We're coming to Franklin, North Carolina. We're doing a show at the Altered Frequencies in Franklin. That is kind of the
June 21st.
June 23rd.
23rd?
I think.
Okay.
It's the Saturday night. That's the 20-something.
You go to our website.
Yeah, go to the website.
Find our dates. So we love to. We want to come to where you are. What is your aesthetic supposed to be? For me, it's like a confused God with
ridiculous.
No, the character is based on my very inebriated grandfather, who would tell me stories and give me life lessons when I was a kid. And so my vision of the character is my drunk grandfather as the world's worst life coach. And that's the inspiration for the character. So, and that's it. He's just my drunk grandpa. And the way I remember him talking. That's the inspiration for the character. That's all it is. That's all it's ever been.
Yeah.
So.
And he was gone before I met him, so he was. I never
go use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking about using the bathroom. You should go use the bathroom.
Go use the bathroom.
Don't hold it in. It hurts your bladder.
Bad for your kidneys.
Bad for your kidneys and bad for your bowels. When you got to go.
But yeah, that's like I said, I just basically wanted to introduce you to the Normads page. So if you want to check it out, I said that's my little contribution, and it's specifically dedicated to our travels. Not so much the comedy. His page, Rodney Douglas Norman, is dedicated to the comedy. My page, and I want to do some more things. I want to talk about some of the places that we go, some of the restaurants we have, because we like to find little out of the way places. And like we had this great, what was it in California? That little Mexican place that we ate at that was just amazing. It had the best chili relleno. You said,
that was really good.
But yeah, we try and find little places like that, and like talk about them on the Normads page. And so if you have a recommendation, reach out to me, let me know, and we will try it out if there's a place that you think we should try. So, Jesse, I remember meeting you, Jesse. Your son was working at Wendy's, and you had to wait for him to get off, and you'd come over and saw us after that. When we were on our way, it was a year ago when we were on our way up to going from Carson City to we did the show in
Virginia City. Was it that one? We did up in Fallon?
No, when we did the trip, we did Carson City, and then we went up and saw Devil's Tower. And
that one.
Yeah,
okay.
last year. It was a year ago.
Okay.
So yeah, that was amazing. And then we did the Stewartsville. We added that. We did the hike with the veterans, the Save 22.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
He's just recently opened a little store.
Oh, cool.
He's been really busy. But we'll probably go back. They do that event. I think they do it every year. So we might make another appearance this year at it.
Yeah. So, I mean, we want to get out and see people. And that's, it helps us because that's the way we make money, obviously. But obviously I can't say it's not an objective, but it's but really what we love to do is to meet people and talk to people. And even when we were doing in 2020, we just hit the road and just went around and visited people. We went and saw Jackie up in New York. We went and saw that couple in Colorado. We went to Oklahoma.
Hung out where I got the picture with the goat.
Yeah, that's where you got the picture with the goat. And
they're cool. They're really cool. We need to go visit their farmstead again.
See how they're doing. So we said that's what we love to do is to meet new people and have those adventures. So
Foster Brooks
was your grandfather.
It's funny. Foster Brooks was hilarious, and I love Foster Brooks.
Yes, we want to come down under. We want to get to Australia. We absolutely want to get there. It's just got to be cost effective for us to get there. I mean, if he was independently wealthy, trust me, we would have been there already.
Yes, we would be. But currently, I am not.
Yeah.
By any stretch of the imagination.
So. Anyway, so that was what we wanted to talk about tonight.
All right. Yes, thank you everybody for joining us here on the interwebs. We appreciate you. Appreciate your loving kindness and your support. And that's it. I just wanted to drop in, say hello.
Yeah.
So So with that, we got stuff to do. Got laundry and lots of laundry to do. I'm headed out to Colorado here in a few days.
Yeah.
Perform a wedding. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Again, you guys have all been fantastic. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you all
another time.
Okay, bye.